In this video, we're going to talk about 8 tips that will help you stay healthy while you're traveling. Hey, I'm Tom from Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. Maintaining a proper diet and exercise routine while you're on a trip can be a challenge, but we're here to help. All the tips in this video were inspired by the experienced travel experts in our Pack Hacker Pro community. From walking as much as possible to doing bodyweight exercises at your accommodation, they've got the scoop on how to stay active during travel. So let's dive in. You may not always have access to a gym when you're traveling, but you don't need one to get a good workout in. Bodyweight exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, and squats are effective and can be done anytime, anywhere. Think about it. What's heavier to lift? A pair of 20-pound dumbbells or your entire body weight? There are a ton of bodyweight routines and yoga flows on YouTube if you don't know where to start. To make it even more challenging, Fiorella P recommends doing bodyweight exercises with a fully packed backpack on your back. You can even use your bag as a makeshift kettlebell. If you need something a little extra, there is specific travel exercise equipment that adds a little bit more resistance. Exercise bands weigh next to nothing and can be packed flat or rolled up in your bag. There's also the packable TRX Go suspension training kit, which can be used over your hotel door. Fiorella sometimes packs a Manduka super light yoga mat too, which can be folded up for easy transport. Mika D also likes to pack running shoes to get in a scenic run, all while exploring a new destination. You've got to pack shoes anyway, so they won't take up extra space if you've got a pair that matches your wardrobe. If you're not into picturesque morning runs, use those shoes to visit as many places on foot as possible while you're sightseeing. Walking is such an underrated passive exercise that gets you where you need to go while moving your body at the same time. Jonathan H says to skip public transportation, get deliberately lost, and enjoy the scenery as much as possible. Taking your time to walk can be more enjoyable as you'll notice things that you wouldn't when you're whizzing by in a taxi or train. A great rule of thumb for Jonathan is to walk to any destination a mile or under away. If your next stop is, say, 3 miles away, you could try walking for 1 mile and taking public transportation or a car for the remaining 2. That is, if you're not in a hurry or running late. You can get your steps in at the airport too, especially if you've got a long layover in a new city you've never been to. Take some time to explore a new airport and get some exercise along the way. It's a win-win. Even on long flights, you can stand up every couple of hours to stretch your legs. Jeffrey W. pointed out that some airlines even provide instructions with specific exercises for passengers. Well, trying new foods can be one of the best parts of international travel. Too much foodie tourism can leave you with an upset stomach or heartburn. You can prepare for this in advance by packing a few over-the-counter medications. Carry-On always brings probiotics on international trips and sometimes starts taking them a day or 2 in advance to help her stomach adjust. If you're prone to heartburn and indigestion, pack something like Tums, Pepto-Bismol capsules, or omeprazole to help settle your stomach, especially if you're traveling somewhere that is known to have spicy food. These are just a few things that have worked for us in the past. However, make sure to consult with your doctor. Lance K likes to avoid overindulging on greasy or sugary foods altogether to prevent heartburn. There's likely many healthy and unique alternatives at your destination that can be equally as satisfying if you keep an eye out for them. Looking up native healthy dishes in the country that you're traveling to can even be a fun way to explore the local scene. And while they won't help with an upset stomach, Rachel S. swears by immunity-boosting elderberry gummy or lozenges to keep you from getting a cold while traveling. If you've been digging these tips on healthy travel so far, then consider joining the Pack Hacker Pro community where you can find loads more. Pack Hacker Pro also gives you access to exclusive deals and giveaways with some of the best travel gear brands out there. Save some cash and easily plan your next trip all in one place. The Pro community is filled with welcoming individuals who are eager to share their knowledge with you. Participate in discussions and chat directly with our team. Unlimited access to community-driven info gives you the tools you need to make each trip better than the last. Plus, joining Pro is the best way to support us so we can keep helping you travel smarter. Check out the link down in the description below to learn more about Pro, and let's get back into the tips. We can't express the importance of drinking enough water on your travels. It's easy to forget to stay hydrated when you're on an exciting adventure, but it's crucial if you're doing a lot of walking or in a hot climate. Failing to drink enough water can leave you fatigued and cause headaches. The easiest way to ensure you're drinking enough water is to pack a travel water bottle. Carrying one at your side when you're exploring will help you remember to drink it, and you won't have to pay for bottled water. There are a bunch of options available, but my personal favorite is the Vapor Eclipse water bottle, which is fully compressible, although it's not insulated and won't keep your water cold, which could be a deal breaker for some. We have an entire video dedicated to travel water bottles. So if you haven't seen that yet and want more options, check out the link down in the description below. And for an extra boost, Carrie likes to bring electrolyte packets that can easily dissolve in water and help you rehydrate faster. It's important to drink water before and during your flight to help avoid jet lag, which is what this next tip is all about. Staying hydrated and watching what you drink on board is the first step in lessening jet lag when you arrive at your destination. Alcohol and caffeinated drinks like coffee can leave you feeling groggy upon arrival, which is why Christian L avoids drinking them on the plane. The dry cabin air already contributes to dehydration, and these types of beverages can make it worse. Being mindful of sleep is also important. This means making sure to get enough sleep the night before your flight so your body is well rested. And once you arrive, try not to sleep until the local nighttime, no matter how tired you are. This will help you adjust to any time zone differences a lot faster. Another trick is to sleep on the plane if it is nighttime at your destination, so you can arrive decently well rested and ready to tackle the day. This can be difficult if you have a daytime flight, but earplugs, eye masks, and headphones can help. When traveling to a different time zone, it can also be helpful to set your watch to the local time to trick your brain before you leave. Eating meals close to the time you'll be eating them at your destination a day or two before your departure can have a similar effect. It's way too easy to pick up germs and bacteria in high traffic areas, especially when visiting a bustling city. That's why Jared S. always brings hand sanitizer and antibacterial wipes to keep everything clean. Small bottles of sanitizer that can be clipped onto your bag are especially convenient and will help keep you from getting sick during or after your trip, especially if you're traveling somewhere more remote or eating at a lot of street markets where there's not a dedicated spot to wash your hands. Jared also likes to wipe down frequently used objects like his cell phone, credit card, and wallet. This goes for on the plane and at your accommodation too, since you can never be sure how frequently or thoroughly these places are cleaned. Rachel has found that wiping down high-touch areas like trays and turning on the air vent on planes to keep clean and add peace of mind. Though it can get a little chilly, the air vent will help circulate purified air on your flight. And it may seem like overkill, but cleaning the light switches, doorknobs, and toilet handles at your accommodation with antibacterial wipes can cut down on a ton of germs. Plan ahead by booking an accommodation with a gym or a weight room. This way you can get your workout in before heading out for the day. Finding a local gym to drop into can also be a fun and exciting part of a trip, especially if you're serious about lifting, as it's an opportunity to meet like-minded people. And who knows, you could end up making lifelong friends that you can visit in the future. If you're not that serious about hitting the gym and would rather focus more on your diet, then consider booking an Airbnb with a kitchen so you can try cook some of the local cuisine. Andre C. chooses this option wherever possible so we can save money dining in and be healthy at the same time. Even if you seek healthier restaurant options, it can be hard to keep track of things like calories and fat unless you're the one making the food. Anton B. likes to cut down on fatty and sugary foods by bringing along meal replacement powders so he can mix them up in a blender bottle. He says they're quick and full enough of nutrients to fuel a full day of exploring. If cooking or meal replacement shakes aren't your thing, consider bringing your own snacks for the flight and to eat between meals when you're on your trip. Like anything in life, staying healthy on your trip is all about balance, so don't try to overdo it. Try to eat healthy for half of your trip while eating whatever you want on the other days. And if you can't resist indulging in all of the local foods, it won't matter quite as much if you're getting more exercise than you usually would at home. Jonathan H. says he actually lost weight on a trip to France and Italy despite the non-stop croissants and pasta because he did so much walking. As Omri D put it, stressing out about a workout when you're on your travels can actually be unhealthy. It's called a vacation for a reason after all, and sometimes it's okay to treat yourself. None of the tips in this video are meant to be rigid or restrictive, so make sure to apply them to your trip and above all, enjoy it. You can always continue your diet and exercise routine when you get back home. So there you have it, our best tips for staying healthy and active while you're traveling. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave your best healthy travel tip down in the comments below. Because remember, some of the best tips come from you, the Pack Hacker community, right here on YouTube. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we will see you in the next video.